Assalamualaikum everyone. Today, our group will present about slaughtering and its application in halal industry. The presenters are Nur Anis binti Samsudin, Nur Aqilah binti Zulkifli, Siti Nur Anisah binti Yaakob, Nur Shazlin binti Shafiee, Nur Anis Husna binti Saifuzzaman, and lastly, Syaqirah binti Azmi.
Okay, first is introduction. In Islam, we must be slaughtered the animal according to the Islamic law and use the animal that permissible for us to consume or eat. The method of slaughtering the animal is the important things to make the animal's meat is halal or haram to eat. Next, we move on to objective. First, learn more about halal method using for the slaughtering and its application. Second, to discuss the contemporary issues related to slaughtering and halal meat. Third, to become more aware about the meat that people consume or eat. Next is definition. Slaughtering is prescribed as the method of ritual slaughter of all lawful halal animal. This method of slaughtering lawful animal has several conditions to be fulfilled. For example, the name of God, which is Bismillah, has to be called by slaughterer upon slaughter of each halal animal separately, and it should consist of a swift, deep incision with a sharp knife on the throat, cutting the windpipe, jugular veins and carotid arteries of both sides, but leaving the spinal cord intact.
Next, we will move to the issues related to this topic. The issues that we will explain are head puller, blood sausage, cultured meat, bone china and thoracic sticking. So, I will explain the first issue, which is head puller. The video shows the usage of head puller in poultry processing. A few years ago, there is a very issue related to the usage of head puller occurred in Malaysia. One of social media users spread a video that said the chicken that he bought at a supermarket not slaughtered according to Sharia law. The issue had answered by Department of Islamic Development Malaysia, JAKIM, to clear up the issue. So, this is the explanation about head puller issue. First, head puller is a device that used to remove poultry head, trachea and esophagus after the slaughtering process. It designed for huge poultry processing and placed after evacuation line. The misunderstanding on Muslim consumer came up when there is no effect of slaughter cut on poultry snake. People should understand that poultry skin is elastic. Thus, when poultry through the head puller machine, it might long drawn and cover the slaughter cut. So, JAKIM conclude that head puller machine permitted to use in halal industry and it not contradict with Sharia law and other laws such as MPPHM and MS1500.
Okay, now we will go to the next issue, which is blood sausage. Blood sausage are sausage filled with blood that is cooked or dried and made with a filler until it is thick enough to solidify when cooled. Usually, it made from blood of cow, pigs, and goats. Each blood sausage contains 5% to 60% of animal blood. People at slaughterhouse use all the parts of the slaughtered animal, including blood, to minimize the waste. There are a lot of types of the blood sausage based on the country and their own recipe, but most of the blood sausage use blood of the animal as the main ingredient. As example, as we watch Korean drama, they usually eat sundae. Sundae is one type of the blood sausage, which is from Korea. As you can see, this is the process of making the homemade blood sausage, which is they collect the blood from the animal that they slaughter and make it into blood sausage. So, do you think a Muslim can consume it? Based in Quran, Allah has stated in Surah Al-An'am, verse 145, the meaning is, say, I do not find within that which was revealed to me anything forbidden to one who would eat it unless it be a dead animal, or blood spilled out, or the flesh of swine, for indeed it is impure, or it be that slaughtered in disobedience dedicated to other than Allah. But whoever is forced by necessity, neither desiring it nor transgressing its limit, then indeed your Lord is forgiving and merciful. As we can see, based on this Surah Al-An'am, Allah stated that as a Muslim, we are prohibited to consume blood. How Islamic view is on the Shafiee scholars, tayyib is what is good to Arabic people and food that not give harm to human body. While based on research done by University in Peru, Colombia, Mexico and Spain, a portion of 100 grams of blood sausage contain more than 100 grams iron, that it is over the requirement of mineral composition of a person needed in a day. A patient with iron overload can be damaged to specific organ and bring disease. These include chronic fatigue, abdominal pain, irregular heart rhythm, elevated blood glucose level, hyperpigmentation, depression, and more. So, based on Shafiee scholars, eating blood is not tayyib because it is not consumed by Arabic people and it is give harm to human body. In the conclusion, eating blood sausage, whether in a small or big quantity, is prohibited to Muslims. This is clearly shown in the Quran that consumed blood is prohibited, and in Shafiee scholars, the blood is considered as halal, and from modern scientists show that the blood sausage can bring human a lot of disease.
Next, the issue is about supervised machine learning approach for pork meat freshness identification. The advancements of science and technology has provided various facilities to mankind in various aspects of life. This includes the production of meat without involving conventional cattle breeding known as cultured meat. The meat is produced in the laboratory by expanding the stem cells until the meat becomes cultured. This meat has the potential to be marketed, but it has to adhere to the Islamic principles if we wish to market it to Muslim consumers, which are known to be some of the largest consumers in the meat market. However, through a biotechnology approach, the supply of meat known as cultured meat can be obtained from research laboratories through the tissue culture techniques and tissue engineering. Cultured meat is the meat grown from slices of animal meat on special media in special containers. During the process of meat cultivation, the source of the meat is from embryonic or non-embryonic stem cells. In this regard, the lawful issue arises when the source of the meat used is non-halal meat, such as pork or non-slaughtered meat. In addition, the use of media materials such as serum, which is between components in the blood during the cultivation process, is also halal issue in the production of meat. Islam clearly prohibits the use of pork and blood as contained in the Quran. One of the most popular methods of laboratory testing is the DNA recognition of meat samples. If the meat sample contains pig DNA, it will be duplicated through a process known as polymerase chain reaction, which is PCR, before validation can be performed. The results of this study are being patented for commercialization purposes, where technology approaches such as pregnancy tests will be developed to facilitate users out there, especially the industry. At the same time, the protein chains of other meat sources are being actively developed. The community will be introduced to meat culture as an alternative to existing meat in the future. As such, authorities such as Islamic Development Department of Malaysia, which is JAKIM, IPPH and other agencies need to work factor to play a role in determining the law of halal meat status for community well-being.
I will continue with animal bone ash or bone china in the production of household goods and ornaments issue. The bone china is a porcelain that made by firing a clay that is tempered with a combination of clay, bone ash, and a flux. The animal bones that usually used to make the bone china is beef and pork as an additive to produce certain ceramic properties. The technique that have been used to make the bone china is firstly the firing process that needs to go through two periods, which is the high temperature on 1250 Celsius and low temperature 1150 Celsius. Next process is degelatinized by treated with hot or boiling water under pressure to extract gelatin, collagen and other organic matter. The conversion process will be done after the bone china product is processed at drying. Then, the materials will be calcined to a temperature of about 1000 Celsius in order to burn off the organic matter. The cooling process is performed at a faster rate than the heating rate. And lastly, the bone china will be decorated with a decoration process by using decorative techniques in porcelain products. The issues of bone china arise because of ceramic craft items are very popular and have been used long time ago in Malaysia. Many Muslim consumers are unaware of the fact that there is an unlawful ceramic product, especially in the ceramic good market, which is bone china. Thus, with the Islamic community high awareness of its use of halal products, it made people concerned about the bone china issue. From the Islamic perspective, the 99 Discourse of Fatwa Committee of the National Fatwa Council for Islamic Religious Affairs Malaysia had discussed on the ruling on the use of animal bone ash or bone china in the production of household goods and ornaments. Upon examining the evidence, contentions, and opinions that were forwarded, the discourse emphasized that, according to Mazhab Shafiee, the original substance of najis in pigs still remains in bone china products, and this substance will never disappear as the process of istihalah never occurred. Therefore, the use of household goods and ornaments made from non-halal animal bone ash or bone china, which are not in accordance with Sharia, including those made from halal and edible animals which have not been slaughtered according to Sharia principles, are all not permissible. However, household goods and ornaments made from animal bone ash or bone china that are halal and edible and have been slaughtered according to Sharia principles are all permissible. The discourse also viewed that it is not a necessity darura for the society to use and own household goods and ornaments that made from bone china. It is to protect the concept of al-ihtiyat, careful, to ensure the sanctity of performing worship in life.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shaqilah Azmi. So I will continue with the last topic, which is thoracic sticking. I will just convey some basic information about thoracic sticking. Sticking is the term used to describe sticking a knife into an animal's throat or chest with the aim of causing blood loss and brain death. When the neck is severe, the killing is described as a neck stick. And when the major vessels near the heart are severe, the killing is described as a thoracic stick. So, the thoracic sticking is the process of hastening the bleeding process by inserting metal plate through the cutting incision, severing the jugular and carotid at the heart. Thoracic sticking allows even greater blood loss during exsanguination, resulting in the higher quality meat product. So the advantage is increasing in meat quality and also can hasten the bleeding process. Based on the special conference Syaqirah of the National Fatwa Council held on 29 September 2005 as discussed the thoracic sticking method in the slaughtering of animals. The conference decided that the twice sticking method and additional procedure of slaughtering an animal is permitted and its meat is lawful, which is halal, with the following conditions. The first one is the slaughter is complete by severing the four major vessels, which are trachea, esophagus, and two jugular veins. Thoracic sticking method is performed only after complete bleeding or 30 seconds after the slaughter. Lastly, the animal died because of the slaughtering, and the thoracic sticking method only functions to speed up the death. So, for the conclusions, nowadays, Muslims demand for slaughtering in a Sharia way. Besides, it will guarantee high quality and safety for our consumption to avoid the prohibited things that will harm our health. Slaughtering that based on Sharia methods is beneficial to our health in that blood completely drains from the carcass, producing healthier and cleaner meat that frees from excessive microbial growth. So, we as a Muslim must back to basic by following all the guidelines from Al-Quran and As-Sunnah in consuming the food and beverages. Okay, so that's all from our groups. Thank you.
That's all from us. Thank you for watching.